So welcome to the Town of Deerfield Board of Health, Select Board and Sewer Commissioners meeting for January 17th now. It is 1:10 p.m. And this is a in-person meeting, not a hybrid meeting. So we're meeting today to just go over our Massachusetts Municipal Association conference. It's coming up. We'll be leaving on Thursday. It is Friday and Saturday. We'll be in Boston doing that. So this is a meeting to kind of just open it up and talk about what classes we want to go to so we get credits to reduce our insurance costs to the town. We do that every year and then to look at other items. So welcome, everybody.
Okay.
You had an update?
Yes, because I was asked to be on the Maya advisory board, I just called them to find out what ones we could get credit for.
Okay.
And if you look at the first section, it's succession planning post-pandemic,
Okay. That
hot topics in municipal law,
hot topics, municipal law. Yeah. Go to that.
regionalization practices.
God, why are they doing all this?
I don't know,
Frustrating.
strengthening cybersecurity.
So every one of those.
Cultivating effective manager relationship, the latest in labor law,
Okay.
the
Yeah.
PFAS one,
They were doing that one for credit?
Yep.
Okay.
cooling hostilities. Which one is that? That's on the back page.
Cooling hostility.
Or, yeah,
That sounds like a good one.
cooling hostilities, tools
Yep.
and strategies,
Got it.
and the mental health policing crisis. Those are all Maya credits.
Great. Okay, that's great. So, I'm so bummed they fit all the ones I want to see in one spot. I wanted the economic physical outlook and the municipal law. And so they're all
Well,
from two.
the biggest thing, the biggest change here is they went from 30 workshops to 18.
Right.
So this is kind of,
It's hard.
there's going to be bigger groups.
Yep.
So I'm not really sure.
Interested in going to what?
So
Did
I'm
you
really
say
not
that
an
the-
effective person to go to
Did you
cybersecurity.
say economic and fiscal was also Maya?
No.
Yeah.
The economic and fiscal outlook is not, but I did want to go to that. But I also want, no, it's not, but I wanted to do municipal law as well, but
I think do you think that the regionalization thing would be good for one of us? I don't know.
The problem is we try to regionalize everything already and we're fairly effective in trying to regionalize stuff. So that usually isn't we don't get very much out of it.
So let me tell you what's happening in that one, that's Sam's sponsored.
Okay.
What they're doing is they're taking two to three big stuff stories and talking about it.
okay.
But there's certain things that, for instance, we tried to get the accounting one,
Yeah.
which,
Would be
because they have a
very-
regionalization program that they've done for accounting.
would be huge.
That's probably something that would be interesting to listen to. But frankly, you're gonna hear from the president of STAN, who's gonna moderate, and he's gonna sort of give an outline of what works and what doesn't, because there's times that it doesn't.
Yep.
But if you're looking, so municipal law, that's actually a good one. to
Yes.
do.
Absolutely.
One of the things, I can go to regionalization. If that would be easier. for
Okay.
us. Or if Tim wants to get a background on sort of how other towns have done it, that would be a good
That's
one.
fine too. Yeah.
Because Tim hasn't been the one. See, Tim doesn't have as much.
Yeah, not all this is new.
Yeah, it's all new. Yeah, it hasn't gone to one. So, yep. Yep.
We've sort of lived it.
Yep.
One of the best examples that they use is our SCEMS, South
Yeah.
County EMS.
Well, that's what we wanted to do, is show other options for regionalization, because
Yep.
there've been policing ones, they've
Yep.
got accounting ones. So that was my only thought, and,
Okay.
you know, we've done this for years. because
Anybody?
We did scams and everything, but
What about this? I mean, what what is the municipal law thing likely to be?
So usually
Sorry.
KP Law will come up, there'll be a couple of lawyers, like Elisa will get up and talk about some of the case laws that have come about in the last year or two. And they'll talk about, you know, what has changed. It's kind of a little bit in the weeds and some stuff is a little high level too, but, yeah, range of the different cases that have come up and it doesn't, it's not labor law, right?
Actually, some,
Some of the labor.
Oh, and then
yeah, it
latest
does
in labor
include
laws.
labor. It could-
Labor is 3:30 to 4 something later.
Yeah.
So,
Um,
It's like on open meeting interpretation, you know,
Yeah.
so that you have the latest update on how you know, how like Matt Sheehy or anybody like Charlene Galinsky send us, all three of us, an email.
mhm,
Well, we are absolutely not supposed to respond. Otherwise, it's a open meeting violation. When we're all three emailed, we can't respond.
Yeah.
So that was an interpretation, I think, 2 years ago
mhm,
that came up.
yeah,
So, you know, even saying thank you, we're not even supposed to say thank you for your email. I mean, I usually say thank you for your thoughtful email, whatever. And you can't even supposed to, not even supposed to do that. So what they do is they look at current laws and how people are, you know, basically how towns are lost, you know. Labor negotiations sometimes show up, but that comes under probably labor law updates.
The labor law.
You know, how do you
that'll
interpret?
be in the afternoon.
Well,
Sure.
labor law is how you have, I mean, now that we have unions, you probably, somebody should go to the labor law. update.
Casey's really up to date on that. I think that'd be great.
Cause that's interpreting labor contract.
Yep, and you're knee deep in that stuff for us, so great.
So are you gonna go to cybersecurity?
Somebody needs to go to cybersecurity. I can't be me. I'm useless.
I do not want to go to that.
All right.
Out of those that I either want economic, which doesn't give us a credit.
Going, and maybe it's, you guys think about this. Somebody should go to that public communication to build community and trust. I think that would be really useful because you guys have a bunch of big projects in front of you that really are gonna require some discussions amongst the business and residential community right in center now.
I really wouldn't mind seeing the private roads political nightmare and legal
Yeah.
reality.
Someone has to go to
That's-
that because
That would be an
help.
interest of mine.
So Trevor, you're gonna go to the private road?
There's no Maya.
I know there's not a Maya on that one. So the Maya ones for the afternoon are cultivating effective manager board relationship. That's important, and labor law. And then also the path forward on PFAS. I don't really, we're not dealing with PFAS here yet, and it'd be quite a few years. I mean, of all of those, I could do something different than that.
The PFAS one is not one that we should worry about.
Next year, probably. So
No, not even next year. We don't.
Hopefully.
We don't seem to have any issues.
Wanna go to private? I'm kidding.
I wouldn't mind doing, I would do the private roads or I would do effective manager board relationship, one of those two.
The private roads one is really important for us because we have private roads all over the place. And we
Wanna
have,
Go to that one. then?
sure. So you want me to go to the private road one?
Okay.
I can go that. I feel very comfortable going to that one. With my planning board background. Denise, actually, you might want, that might be an interesting one for you.
Right.
The private roads, political nightmare, and legal reality.
I'm gonna go to the public communications to build.
Oh.
Okay, great. Yep. So that's.
Yep.
Especially with all the projects. Yeah.
Yeah. It's,
I'll report that. to CCI through the grant that we got, the 75,000.
yeah,
We just had a really good week. The group that's gonna do it. We're gonna have some public meetings.
Great.
Good. So
That's good.
you know, Denise, that's fine. That's good. We shouldn't-
mhm. They do. It's frustrating. What do you think, Tim? What do you want to do in the afternoon?
Well, I was,
And you can double up on them too,
Yeah.
so whatever you want to do.
no, I was thinking about, this housing
Yeah,
might be useful.
that's great.
I mean, it's not Maya, but
But still, no, I mean, whatever you get the most out of, Tim, is the most
Yeah.
important thing, regardless of the credits. We'll get enough credits. I mean, we don't have to do every one to get a credit, right?
No, you only
just
get
need, like,
maxed out.
You get maxed out, so.
Yeah.
It's not critical, whatever one. that you
Someone
like.
should go to the cybersecurity one.
I'm not, because there's too many other better ones.
Okay,
That
how about,
timeframe.
how can we, Chris is going too, right?
Yes,
All
Oh,
right, why don't
perfect.
we have
Chris.
Chris go to the
Yes.
cybersecurity one?
all right, so, okay.
Chris, you good with that?
Yeah, that's fine with me.
He's
Chris-
saying yes. We see his
Chris,
lips moving
yeah.
anyways.
It's
But
just,
we don't have the speakers.
I already know we have problems. We already know we have
Yeah.
problems. I can just pass on that we have problems. What they're gonna say is not gonna make it really, I'm not worth
Right, so this is
sending
gonna
that.
do- What do you wanna do? Well, all right, so it's gonna be a housing. right?
Yeah. If you're gonna do roads, you're gonna do the labor law,
Yep. Chris will do cybersecurity.
then I'll do the effective manager board relationship, maybe.
Okay. That's 3 Maya credits.
Right.
Okay, for right
And
there.
we'll do the
Perfect.
housing.
Okay.
Casey will do this one, and then the path forward on PFAS, we can
Okay, so
hold
this
on,
is it.
and then we have,
What
and
about
Denise is
the
doing that.
first section?
Yeah, the first section, okay, thank you, that's Denise.
Which one? Oh,
The workshop, economic and physical outlook. was looking at.
Where's that?
That's on the first page,
Oh.
first page, the first time frame.
I'd like to go to the 6 section from one. Well, it's gonna come up.
Yeah,
Oh, Denise is gonna go to the economic and fiscal outlook
Yeah.
one? Okay.
and then Casey's gonna do this one.
Which case he's gonna do?
Workshop, can I work from home, succession planning, post-pandemic?
Okay,
Yeah, with the policy we just put in and, no, that's good.
that's also a Maya credit, and the reason that's a Maya credit is because we have liability
Mhm.
and exposure with cybersecurity, so that's why Maya is supporting. No.
I'll do that one.
All right, Casey, we got Denise on economic.
If you wanna go to hot topics and fiscal law, Trevor?
Yeah,
Why don't you
I'll do that.
What would you like to go to?
well, I was thinking about that one,
Yeah.
but if we're trying to split up,
No, we've got enough. We have enough now. I think we're maxed out, whatever you want to do.
There's her actual options for that first 2 to 315.
yeah.
So it actually makes a lot of sense if you go to that one. The
Which-
municipal law, because it gives you an exposure to sort of what they focus.
Mhm.
So Tim and Trevor are gonna go to municipal law both?
Hmm.
Okay, so out of the Maya ones, then we have,
Why don't we send Chris to the regionalization one? Because he's like Tim, he doesn't have as much.
Okay.
as what we
He's-
do.
He's already going to that strengthening cybersecurity at the same time.
Oh, it is. Oh, right, because it goes on the same page. Yep,
Does?
yep. It is the same time frame.
okay. No,
No.
wait, Cyber-
It breaks right there at the very top.
oh,
So Chris
No.
does cybersecurity. Casey does the other, I mean, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 that we have already, right? How many do you max out at?
I think I think 4.
4, right? So we're covered. So
We're
from
covered.
then on,
We're
we
covered.
can do whatever we need.
We only get, I think we only get the 4 credits for 4,
Right.
Mhm.
because that's the maximum credit for this
Cycle,
activity.
yeah. So, Tim you were gonna go to municipal law too?
Yeah.
Yep. Denise is
Then,
doing
you know
economic.
what, since this is, I'm gonna go with Denise to economic and fiscal
Right.
outlook.
And then what does Chris want to
What do you
do?
wanna do, Chris?
You're open to any of them on the first page.
The 2 to 315.
Well, he's already down for
no, he's already down. No,
Oh, right.
He's doing
He's-
But he
cybersecurity.
doesn't have anything for
330 to
the
440.
Yeah, the last page.
So the ones that are 330 to 445, Fred?
Who's going to labor law?
Casey.
Are you going?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it would be good exposure for him to hear how things get interpreted and get some exposure to some of the people that do it. You might already have some, Chris. Exposure to some of the lawyers that are really experts in this. So you don't have to, it's just a thought. If you wanted to go to another one in that 3:30, just yell.
What are you doing, Trevor?
I was gonna do the
Right.
effective manager board
Yeah.
relationship, but
Yeah.
if I didn't do that, it would be the public road thing, but there's no credit for that, so.
Is Kate, is Carolyn doing the public roads?
Yeah,
She
it
is.
was a private,
Yeah,
it was
I
a
mean-
private roads
Yeah.
kind of thing. Someone should go, because
Yeah, no. it's-
this is the
it's important.
latest.
You've got
Well-
Hawks, you've got, there's
Yeah.
plenty of roads.
We
to
got
work
plenty
on.
of, we got roads all over the place. And we got county roads that have not been discontinued.
Mhm,
Oh my gosh,
that's helpful.
there's. So this would be like the newest.
And then, other than that, the next Saturday, it's more of a breakfast and that's the business meeting, the
So-
round table. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, there are two more.
Well, because, well,
Are you
The
going
the
to
WeMo-
say,
I have a WeMo, I think WeMo, Denise and I were supposed to go to WeMo because number one, Kim Driscoll is there. the
Yeah,
lieutenant
she's gonna
governor.
be,
But,
That's actually on Friday, I think.
Yeah, it is.
yeah, because because what I wanted Denise and I to get out of this is, we need to sit with Roxanne Wedegarden from Greenfield. Because she's on that infrastructure subcommittee. So we should try to sit with them. And we can need to work with them. Yeah, and somehow do some follow-up with us, so that we can feed her our infrastructure frustration issues.
so then Saturday afternoon, there are two Maya ones. It's cooling
So,
hostility
um,
and mental health and policing.
So what day is the Maya business meeting?
It's on Saturday at
Oh, it's
11:30
Saturday,
to
so there
1.
there isn't a conflict with WeMo.
No.
then.
No,
Okay, because I had worried that there was a conflict.
no, you're good. The WeMo.
So
is,
I'm going to that.
Okay, so you'll do the Maya meeting, right? That's
Yes, I'll
11:30
go
to 1. That's Karen.
Because I think they have the advisory board meeting right afterwards.
Yep. And then from 1 to 2:30, 1:15 to 2:30, there are two Mayas. And some other stuff. There's the CCC in your municipality.
I think we should have at least one or two of us go to that cooling hostility tools and strategies. I think that's not
I
only.
don't think so.
Yeah.
So Denise is gonna go to the green one?
Okay,
right.
that's Denise. What about you, Tim? What are you thinking?
Yeah. Yeah, since we've already got our Maya credits.
Yeah, we do.
I don't know if I want to find out about mental health and policing.
No.
I'm interested in any tools and strategies kind of thing, so. I will go to that, but someone else should go too.
Which
in
one?
case
Oh,
I'm late.
okay, that's you.
Yeah, someone should be, like, if Trevor, if you're interested in that.
I am, but I'm also interested in reframing recruitment, advancing municipal hiring strategies.
Where's that?
On this last page,
Oh,
then there's transportation funding opportunities through bipartisan infrastructure law.
I'd like to go. So which one do you want to go to more? Because those are the two I was looking at.
What you were looking at
don't
the
care.
transportation and what was the other
No,
one?
I
The-
was actually looking at
advancing-
the reframing of recruitment,
Yeah.
but maybe
Yeah,
you
that's
want me
good
to
for,
do
yes,
transportation.
nope, I'd rather have you, I mean, if you're interested, the hiring is super important. Yeah, if they've got,
yeah, but that
The tips
doesn't,
and
I mean,
tricks.
Trevor, you should still go too, if you're
Mhm.
interested. So Casey and Trevor are gonna go to the reframing recruitment. Tim and Denise are gonna go to the green,
yep, you're gonna do the cooling hostilities.
Yeah,
'cause
but-
you're so,
but the
Wound up.
advisory, right, but the advisory committee. meeting. I don't know how long that's gonna be.
Which one? The Maya?
Maya is right
That's
after.
till one
They
PM,
usually stick to the time frame.
11:30 to
Okay,
1.
okay.
And then
Seems like
yours,
that's do they serve lunches at these things
They
or?
do.
they do. Yeah, the Maya's a lunch.
You know what I'll do?
Well,
is
you
I'll
should
just
go,
say that
right?
I'll just say that I have to leave because I
Right
do,
at the end.
not only is because it's Maya credits, but I mean, I think that's a pretty important thing. I mean,
Hey, Chris, do you want to go? Were you gonna go to the mental health one, Carolyn?
no.
Okay, Chris, do you want to go to the mental health one?
I heard my name. I can't hear you very well, Casey, but I think you asked if I wanted to go to the mental health one, and yes, I can definitely do that.
Okay,
Do you want to do that one? Are you gonna do transportation or you're coming with me to the reframe?
I'm coming to you reframing, I think.
The bipartisan infrastructure law, is probably.
It's police and crisis.
Yeah, that's
intervention.
that, between those two is, I'll shift
At the
between
bottom of
those
the
two. I'm
page.
not sure yet.
In your left hand.
The problem is what they're talking about, I think in the transportation, we can get more information on it, but I mean, the only options we have is bus routes and stuff like
Right.
that. I mean, we're not
Funding like
putting
downtown
in
infrastructure.
BTA.
All right.
So-
Little transit stop or something.
Yep, how they don't work with your community.
Yes, and what they're doing is,
Basically
taking
tell
away
you who
everything.
these are.
but I think this one will be online and we
Yeah.
can get anything out of it.
Yeah.
We don't need to go.
They should have called it
Mm.
CCC. Don't bogart that joint. Share the revenue
The
with me.
problem is we don't seem to be able
That's
to get everybody
fantastic.
up and going.
Yeah,
So why waste time?
I know.
Oh, yes.
The morning. So a lot of the times there's, you can go to the opening session for sure. And, and there's a new attendee session is going to be good. Yeah, and then
That's there's Saturday and
it's
Friday.
Yeah, Friday is, yeah. So
Friday is the
Friday,
new
you're going to do the opening thing. That's
That's-
everybody.
I'm on the panel, so you call.
Which one?
I'm on the new attendee panel.
Oh, good. Yeah,
So
okay. Well, I'll go to
Denise and Tim better come because
Yeah.
there might be nobody there.
Right. But the other morning stuff,
Only if you're telling us stuff we've never heard before, Carolyn.
No, I'm gonna be talking about what we're doing right now.
the trade show is open. There's a lot of, Yeah. for sure.
Okay, before we get into the trade show, can we just go over Friday? So Denise and Tim are signed up for the new attendee session, right?
Yep,
Then we are all going to the opening session, correct?
yep. Keynote,
Is,
the governor.
yeah, because we want to see Governor Healy.
Yep,
The reason why the keynote or the opening session is important because they usually do have the governor
Mhm.
and they will tell us what her budget priorities are.
yes, exactly.
So
Usually get
she
a
might-
tidbit.
they're not even having a budget hearing. My understanding is until January 24th. So
Okay.
she might not reveal too much of her budget, but she'll at least
Drop
reveal
a few things.
priorities.
Yep,
And so that's very important. So all of us can listen to that and see what we pick up.
yep,
And then usually the keynote speaker is fairly good
yeah,
and
that's good. And then the trade show's open. People can grab a lunch or anybody who wants to go to
so
the women's.
Denise and I are
WeMo.
going to go to WeMo. But the trade show is really important. So in the trade show, we've got to hit local services, Sean Cronin's, and hopefully that
Is he still there?
he is still there.
He's doing a workshop and then a workshop.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
yes. But Sean's still there. He usually shows up and he might show up on Friday, but that's where our person is
Yeah,
that we need to reach out to.
Lisa Krasinski.
Yes, Lisa is old school. She's usually there. So that somebody from us has got to stop by and touch base with her. So Casey can you talk to her
I
about
will try to reach out to her. via
what we
email.
have to do to get the Educational Foundation waiver for this year again. That's number one.
What is Suffolk reception? Is that something different? That's
So
a,
Suffolk Group actually does the CERT program that Chris is in.
oh, okay.
And I don't know what the Suffolk reception is gonna be.
Looks like it's a lunch or something for
It might
somebody.
be a luncheon, yeah.
You gotta sign up for it, I assume.
You might, I
Yeah.
was gonna stay on, they have luncheon, and if they do, I'm gonna take Chris, so I can.
Okay,
introduce him
good.
to Some of my colleagues, so they get familiar. with
Okay.
All right.
So do they have food opportunities inside the convention center or do you have to go out?
Central Center.
Yeah, so you just walk out, go across, and then there's the open mall and you can grab, there's sandwich shops and all kinds of stuff. So legal seafoods and stuff.
Mm.
Cheesecake Factory.
Oh, yeah.
Around the corner and outside the door, there's a burger place. It's awesome.
Italy.
Yeah,
And then
you
there's
gotta say
Italy.
Italy.
It's not Five Guys, is it?
No, it's not Five Guys. Higher than that.
Italy.
Um,
Italy's great.
There's plenty, usually you have plenty of time to go
Mhm.
get a snack.
And then in the morning on Saturday, they usually have a breakfast
They do.
in the room when you go to the select board meeting.
I think,
Yeah.
yeah, the mayor's, so they have an attendee breakfast on Saturday morning. And then I would ask, are any of you gonna
Oh.
go to the Mass Selectmen's Association?
Yeah,
Gonna
Yes.
ask about that.
the meeting.
Oh,
yes.
Trevor is a
We also-
voting, Trevor votes.
Oh, okay.
So usually the only person that goes is the chair,
Yeah.
is a voting member. The rest of us usually take the opportunity to go back to the trade show.
Yep. Yeah, trade
because
show
there's
opens at 9:45 though. Yeah.
So in other words, if we go to the attendee breakfast, we don't have anything to do until the afternoon sessions or?
No, there's,
you should
I
plan to
think
have a
it's-
meeting if you had one.
no, there's a lot of learning
When
labs
is-
on
when did,
Saturday.
when did Isabel say that the Western Mass?
I'm not sure. But the
Oh.
learning labs, there's 10 of them from 10 to 1:10 on Saturday. And those are like, they're in the trade show sections. Yeah, and you can just go and have a seat. You get some good information.
Yes.
So there's a lot to do
And that,
Saturday
that
morning.
also has Maya credits.
Yep,
You can,
But
some of those,
if we've maxed out on my credits.
yeah, it doesn't matter. You just do
Just go.
what you're interested in.
But
Yeah.
They're like 30 minutes. usually,
Yeah.
and really packed with
The
information.
good stuff, yeah.
And
Yeah.
what is that? You see a menu when you get
Yeah,
there?
yeah, you walk in and there'll be like a
and they,
sign
and
up sheet.
and
each
they're
section.
constantly going.
Yeah,
Right.
people go
So
from
you-
one.
if
to
you
the
miss
other
one
to the other.
session, you just have to hang around to get the next session.
Yep, jump it back in again.
Really.
They're more detailed and specific to a specific topic.
Yeah, Yeah. okay.
And walking the trade show is just, it's good to get an idea of who goes,
Yeah,
you know, in
Yep.
terms of vendors and
Say hi to
state
Lisa and the
offices,
crew and-
state offices and stuff.
yeah.
So, okay, so let's go back to the trade show. You have to meet Lisa.
Mm-hmm, for
And you're
sure.
I
gonna
have
do,
to see if I can find Lisa.
but you're gonna be the point person on the school funding waiver, right, Casey? I just want to make sure somebody brings it up. We can all come back based on what your experience and come back and say thank you or whatever, or we can go with you, but somebody has to be absolutely responsible for that waiver request again this year.
Did you want to do that?
Who knows that information the best?
Carolyn.
So not that I'm suggesting that Carolyn should be the point person
Well,
on that, but
maybe Casey and I can do it again
I'll second
together.
that.
But, all right, Casey and I will make sure that
There you
we
go.
follow up on the waiver and try to track down Lisa. Okay, Casey, we'll work it out, so, yes. Well, what happens is all the agencies have people there,
Mhm.
so like,
The
you know, the
library.
neighborhood grant we got, right? Yeah. If you had any questions, you would go there.
Yeah.
Before the well, it was 2020, Trevor and I had reached out to this woman who was trying to bridge the library and we got her to agree to a pilot and she came out here and then the pandemic hit and nothing happened. But the idea is you meet with your state agency.
Mhm.
if you have any questions, you want to follow up, or you want to wiggle room on something. Like if we're having a problem with a grant, or we want to follow up on our energy grant, say our big energy grant. And they're talking about us not having environmental justice. And so when I was talking about healthy soils, a meeting last week, little light bulb went off that we have social injustice out here. You are not going to meet the state climate change goals in 2050 unless everybody in Western Mass is part of healthy soils and the forests. This is no different than Quabbin. Social injustice happened. 4 towns were basically wiped out, and they had to give up their towns so that you could have the Quabbin Reservoir for water for Boston. If we're going to meet the state goals, social injustice is happening to us. We are required to have agriculture and forests out here to contribute to carbon sequestration and 2050 goals. That is social injustice for us. If we are part of the plan, they're counting on us and forcing us to do that. And then they're saying that we don't meet stuff. And it's no different when they talk about inclusion and diversity and all that. And they talk about no housing. Well, we're overhoused here. Seniors are trapped in their house and their big old houses they can't maintain, they can't pay their taxes on because they have nowhere to go. So there is social injustice happening. So what we have to do, because we get no credit on that social injustice, environmental injustice thing. So I've come back with the pushback is we don't have access to healthcare because everything is going down to Springfield. It's a major issue to get transportation and access to healthcare down in Springfield for our residents. And we're overhoused with seniors that can't go anywhere. So those are, when we fill out the grants for social injustice, we're making statements about being overhoused and lack of access to healthcare. And then when you talk about environmental, we've got to come up, I need some wordsmithing. So hopefully some of us can get together and we can wordsmith this whole social justice thing. But the whole thing is we are being forced out here in Western Mass to be part of the 2050 goals, but you're not giving us the credit, like for grants, infrastructure grants, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And
Probably have.
it's social injustice.
It's the same.
State was the geothermal exchange that initially, I think, ERCOT was questioning whether we should apply because we're actually linked in with the Springfield area and we're a rural community. And so what's happening is it's doing a one size fits all and we don't get that. So.
Well, you got to push back because we get 0 credit and we get we're disallowed for applying for grants and it's not fair. So we've got to come up with some wordsmithing, which, I need some help, but I feel like I have a good social justice and environmental injustice response when they say, oh, you don't qualify because there's no social injustice or environmental justice happening in Deerfield. That's not true. So we've got to come up with some points for that. But I feel like that's a good story because I'm sitting on this meeting and I'm thinking, wow, they're just telling us we're out here. They're calculating for all the stuff that we have to do with no choice. That's social injustice in my mind, right? So when they say we don't have social injustice, we say that's not true. Look at the Quabbin Reservoir. Look at what you're doing for 2050 climate change goals. Okay. We can't stop discussing this yet and go through the QR codes because I don't even have a QR code thing.
Yeah, so I had a couple of questions. When we had that meeting the other day, Carolyn, that you and I sat in on with the Western Mass Selectboard group.
Yes.
Is that what MSA is?
Yeah.
No, that business meeting is where Trevor goes to
Okay.
vote any
Okay.
bylaw changes or any.
You're all welcome to go, for sure.
No.
No, it's a chair's job. You have to go.
I don't
Yeah.
mind going, but sometimes they talk about other things that are important.
Right. Well, no, what I was getting at is that we talked about trying to do some impromptu thing. Which day
Well, Isabel, I don't have access to my email, but Isabel sent us a thing that says that we have the room set up aside, and I don't remember when it was in this schedule.
So did you send that to my select board email?
I did.
Oh,
Select
okay.
board email. Yeah.
That's probably-
But Andy Hodgland and myself and you and I think Trevor are on that email
Let
list.
me check one from here.
Do you have one from Isabel?
Is it Isabel Jenkins?
Yeah, yes. It's from MMA. Cause I remember seeing the email saying that it's all set up.
I have Western Mass Planning, next conference. That's, the 26th at 10
Yeah.
a.m. Let's see.
But
Rural
she said a
Rural
room.
advocacy discussion during the MMA annual meeting. So that'll be the 21st at 7:30 a.m. Must be Saturday at 7:30.
Okay, so Saturday at
Nice.
7:30 in the
Pines
morning.
Convention Ballroom. Do you want me to email you? Well, you.
Yeah,
on
'cause
the-
I already have it, but it's
Yeah, let me
7:30
set-
AM.
see what- so let me forward it to you and to Carolyn. Food, Acorn.
Yes, do the Acorn Hill, because sometimes I can get my
Yep,
town email and sometimes I can't.
I'll send you both of those. So that's the 21st at 7:30 in the Ballroom C, third floor. Improving advocacy for rural towns and planning. A member breakfast will be served starting at 7:30 in the ballroom next door in Ballroom B. Welcome to bring your breakfast over to Ballroom C.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Isabel did a good job then.
And then the Select Board Association meeting starts right at 8:30 in that Ballroom C. So we'll meet for a little bit. And then the other one will start. You can
Yeah, I
take
mean,
off or whatever.
Trevor, you don't have to stay, you know that.
Oh, no, I want to stay. Yeah, no, I like.
No, I meant yeah, but once they get, if they do stuff that, I don't
No,
know
no,
what they're
good.
gonna do.
It's fine.
But
No,
it's usually, you're the only one that can vote anyway.
Yeah,
There's
no, I'll
one
be
vote
there. I'll
per
do that.
town.
That's my job. So that's 7:30.
I did sign up for your webinar already. Trevor.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
Oh, thank you. Good.
What webinar is that?
Doing
February,
I'm doing I'm a panelist for MMA on running an effective meeting.
at 12 PM on February 7th.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be
Great.
there cheering you
Don't
on.
throw any tomatoes. Did you? Yeah, it's a Zoom. All right. Well, at least I'll have two people. Yeah, running an effective meeting. The two ladies that I'm doing it with are amazingly brilliant, just really nice.
Look at nice. I know.
Very nice.
I know them.
Easton and Adams. Both select
They're
board
on,
chairs.
I'm with Dottie on
Yes,
a nominating committee for
Yes.
years and years.
yeah.
And
she's
then,
wicked nice.
and we've been nominating this one from Adams
She's
for the
great.
last 2 or 3 years.
Yeah,
She's relatively new, but she's like,
she is.
huge, like,
So,
yeah,
Yes,
smart.
awesome.
just questions,
Yep.
from 8 to 9:30. Denise and I don't necessarily need to go to anything, right? I mean-
On Saturday
Yeah,
from.
No,
8
Oh, yes, that's true. What you want to do is you can go to the trade show
right.
or
Yeah, well, trade show won't be open yet.
Oh, yeah,
till
that's right.
9:45.
they don't
Generally,
open
you'll
right
just
away.
Come next door in the select board meeting, but you don't have to.
Yeah,
Go
I'm-
back to the room or whatever.
Right.
Take
I
a
mean,
look.
we're talking about, I mean, the MSA, is that what you're saying is the select board meeting?
Yes,
Okay.
MSA
I'm
is the
not
select
gonna go
board.
to
Right.
that.
But we are gonna do this other meeting
Right,
with
the same night.
Jenkins, yeah, and
Yeah.
then, yeah, and then we can,
And then you can take off.
Stay or
not.
go.
Yeah.
The 7:31 is for us, the 4
Mhm.
county select boards, anybody who's trying to get together with Andy, because Andy from
Perfect.
Williamstown is the new president of
Mhm.
MSA. So what we wanted to do was just talk to him and have some strategies to try to say, no infrastructure money's coming. We've basically missed out on ARPA. We do not want to miss out on the IRA money, which, the Inflation Reduction Act money. So what are you going to do? What can we do to support you? I mean, that's really the whole agenda in my mind.
Yep.
So it's kind of important that we go and we all raise our concerns that we are not getting any money. And what are you going to do, Andy? And how can we support you to help you get money? And then the other thing, okay, so Casey and I will take care of the waiver for the educational waiver, which is absolute. That's probably $400,000. We got to do it. But the other thing that is a lot of money is the libraries. And somehow, Tim, if you can reach out to or find out who is from the library group, what select board members are coming to.
Yeah, I've been trying to get the libraries to give me that information and I've heard from one town.
Oh, what town was that?
I don't know. It was, I'd have to go back and look at my email, but if it was Sharon from Amherst.
Oh, okay. Because the idea is we should meet as the 11 or 12 towns and try to figure out how we're going to campaign for Senator Tarr's bill.
Just the article, about orange.
Yeah,
Oh, no, I didn't read it. Was it, what day was that?
the recorder. I think is that, yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll have to go back and look. Are they going to revote?
No, that was in the article. They're just trying to figure out how they're going to.
Well, but that's why if anyone from Orange is coming, we should meet with them and say, the strategy is if, okay, because the idea is we, you know, if you, all of a sudden you got $4 million more or $10 million more, I don't remember what their amount was. But if you got that money, then yeah, revote it. They only lost by a nut.
8 or 9 million to begin with.
So they're probably looking for 6 million or something like that. So it's worth a revote if you get come back and say you're going to get $6 million more. Because they only lost by a few votes to begin with. I mean, it was like 50-50 almost. So we've got to figure that out. Oh, well, Tim, I don't know what we're going to do about that, but
Yeah, I mean, I'll see if there's a way to figure out when we get
because we
there.
all should get together for sure on that.
Yeah, like I said,
Well, it's what we want to do is we want to connect with the select boards.
see what I had, and we have a weekly meeting, and at the last weekly meeting, I requested that every library send me the people from their towns that were going to the MMA conference. And I just told you I heard from one of them. So
No, the only other thing is some people have signed up
yeah,
to see the towns, but not everyone.
Yes. Yeah, so that's, I
What
haven't
we
got the
can
app in
do-
my phone yet, but
If you hear from nobody else, what we can do is when we go to register, because we usually register, we go down Thursday and we register on Thursday, so we get all that done. You can go, they have the towns all listed, for your packets to pick up. You can ask the MMA staff, we can physically track down those 12 or 11 other communities.
right. Yep,
Um,
I don't know the 12 towns.
yeah, I have a list of them in the letter I wrote. Yeah,
So.
and
what-
Orange is losing people. I mean, two of their top administrators are leaving by the end of March. So,
Jane Pierce usually doesn't go. But she might this year because she's supposed to be actually really retired from DEP. So she had retired and then they brought her back on as a consulting. So she always seems to be doing work at this time, like 319 stuff. So she can't usually go, but she might be able to go this year. So I can just call, Tim, I'll just call each town and ask the administrator if they're going.
mm,
All right.
It just makes sense that you said that the exhibitors are still these people that we should talk to. This makes sense to do and decide different boards that we can come in.
Yes, that's what you got to do right now. Okay, what do you, Trevor, what are you looking at? Oh,
I'm just,
It's my thing. You didn't download it, did you need help?
yes,
the app,
I don't
you
even
mean?
have a QR code thing on my phone.
No, that'll give you one.
So what are you trying to do?
I don't even know how to do
Oh,
this.
to do the app?
Yeah,
Um,
All right, so we're apps.
I don't know. I don't have very many apps.
Yeah. You know, so it would be,
This isn't right.
you know,
How do you go home?
Oh,
Home?
yeah,
So there could be a, app for. Let's look at your-
that's one. That's about what we're going to just, okay, yeah, Aaron will be there to that about. So we should.
and that is my phone. I'm sorry, I'm so
No.
bad. It's just-
Mhm.
I just can't read them in the thing, but that, I don't know. It's just, I can't get my password.
This will give you an app and then you can follow it.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
Gosh, so you can't take notes and stuff.
Oh
my
God.
Right, but I have to actually, in order to download it, the password is correct.
Okay, open that.
Wow.
For this, yeah. Okay, it's not open. Okay, so we're gonna download this, the event ID. I don't know if yours is different than mine, so we'll just do mine. See if it works. I don't know if it's different for everybody.
I'm gonna do this at home.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just have all my passwords are written down.
Do you guys have an event number? We could find out.
I have it here.
Yeah. The event number, yeah, it's capital,
It was capital D, right?
capital Y,
Capital Y.
lowercase n is in Nancy.
Yep.
Capital J, capital C, space,
J, capital C, space.
capital M, capital M, capital A, 23. And that's it.
Oh, so it was, everybody was the same.
I believe so.
Yeah, I don't know why they would try to give them individual things.
Right.
1,000 people.
Okay, good. Yeah, that's right. So then there it is. And then if you, so that's it. So then you can go to the calendar. And then you could register for different things like that. Opening session. I think this is a pain in the ass, really.
You have to
'Cause I'm
register
hoping
for each thing you
Each
go?
one, yeah.
Oh, my God.
You want Shores Nest or just Nest?
Just yes, it's fine.
An email, Acorn?
Yeah, Acorn Hill. At least I can get into that one. I wasn't gonna bring a computer.
And then it sends you code, so your email is what? Where's your email
Oh, I
on
don't
here?
do my-
What are people's experiences with parking down there?
Because I'm afraid of the security point of view. I don't know how to do this. kind of
Oh,
stuff.
God, you're gonna need your email.
Badly.
Oh, shoot. Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And,
Oh,
That's a Google Apps. Where are your other apps? Where's the one that you just downloaded?
yes.
Oh,
usually
yeah.
it's-
Right.
And then you don't,
they
you
might
don't.
need to get out of it.
Right.
Seriously.
Walk or.
This is a Google search, but where's your app?
Because then you don't have to take that.
We
Yeah.
just downloaded
Park
the
and
app.
all that nonsense.
Oh,
No,
Oh, there's more?
yeah. Well, I don't know if you hit this. Whoops.
That's your app, but I don't know where it is in your thing.
Let me see if I can find it. I don't know, so you can't even find it. Okay.
Accident.
This is great, but it's annoying. Each one.
Yes.
See, actually.
There it
Oh, it is.
Yeah. And
Check
then
it.
you gotta check your, once you get your email, that's where you plug in. And I hope they don't do that for every single one of these. I'm gonna do another one. So opening. session.
I'm gonna, oh. This is terrible. Okay.
Oh, added to your, okay, so you just do it once. Go
Okay.
home, check your email, go back to that thing and just put in your
Code.
code. Cause then I can click on trade show. It's been added. So you only have to do it once.
Okay.
The women's, you could click on that and then which I was gonna do municipal law, right? So make sure I'm doing the right ones.
All right.
Yeah, municipal
Well, that
law.
makes me feel better. It's just a one time.
Right,
Oh, I was gonna
And
say, you have to
then-
register for each thing. What if you change your mind?
board relationship, right? Yeah. No, yeah, only need to do one. Yep. And then opening recession, they say required, but I've done them already, I think. Oh, session included. So the ones that say required, we've already, all the rest are done
How do I
already.
know that I have a QR code?
I don't think you need a QR code.
No, you download it through your app.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
you're good. You don't need any
Okay.
code. You just go back, when you go home, open up your app and type in that whatever code they gave you. Cause
Okay.
they'll send you an email. They sent me an email that says, that code. So you just type that, whatever code you have. And you're good to go. Yeah, that's right. And then you'll be good for all the others. You don't have to do
Okay.
that for anything else. All right. Anything else we want
I
to get
just want to
on?
make sure we have credit.
Oh, yeah,
And-
we'll get it.
and-
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
but no, they're only doing the credits through the QR code, so we
As
gotta
long
make
as you're
sure,
registered,
if I just gotta make sure that
you're
I,
registered.
I'm
Type your registered
I'm
number
going
in,
to a
you're good.
thing, I'm getting our credit.
You will,
Okay.
especially if you've signed into it. You're good
Yeah.
to go.
Okay.
They'll know.
Oh,
Anything else that anybody has for business?
No, I can look through this and determine if maybe we should go and see in this gigantic list of exhibitors.
Oh, all the
that-
exhibitors.
this is where we
Yeah.
got all sidetracked. It's
Yeah,
like,
well, we'll just
where did you get?
do that on site, right? Or did you want to do something?
No, we should
now
do
about-
that quickly. Is
All
there
right.
any-
There's 500 attendees.
Oh, there is?
Yeah, there's a bunch of exhibitors.
We know what
I
to
have a
go.
couple financial.
We're gonna do the school and the other one.
So I just had a question about
The
this
list that we-
Friday night
Yeah,
dinner. I think I'm probably the only one registered.
No,
for it.
No,
Oh, you
Trevor
are?
registered.
Okay,
but you know,
Definitely have to.
you don't have to go.
yeah, no, that's fine, but I mean, we're gonna pay for it if I don't go.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Pat's,
Figured.
yeah, might as well do it.
Yeah, Pat's coming, right?
Right, so she'll be there.
Good.
It's
I
we're
don't know
both
who else
registered.
is coming Friday night? What are you gonna do?
I'm going to the WeMo thing. I don't want to do
You don't
two,
want dinner at night?
no, I don't want to do two paid dinners. Cause it, you know,
Well, you don't work hard enough for the town, so.
well, I
Yeah.
just, you're forced to eat whatever they gotta eat. and
That's fine.
Twice in one day is enough. Once is enough.
All right. I'm gonna, I'll probably go to that
If
unless
Denise
somebody,
and I are doing the WeMo, then I feel like I didn't want to go to the Friday. night. They aren't doing a Saturday night one,
right.
so,
Most of the people usually go out to dinner.
Yeah, typically. So I don't, yeah, depending on, yeah, I was thinking I was coming home Friday, but maybe I'll stay over. I don't remember. Hopefully I have a hotel room.
did you register for Saturday night?
I didn't think so. I thought we were coming home on Saturday.
Well, we're all traveling separately anyway, right?
Oh, we'll have to check.
Can you check? Are we, well, how late? I mean, what time
I
does it
checked
get
it,
out?
I checked with who was staying all 3 nights and you weren't.
I wasn't, but everyone else was. Yeah, I was thinking I thought, remember it snowed on Saturday and we went home the last time? What time does it get over on Saturday?
It usually gets over after 6 o'clock, because I think there's a.
That's why we stay Saturday night, because
They have
we
a
usually,
closing session. Well, I may have to add a room then, add the night. I just.
you should call them right now,
Yeah,
Trevor.
the closing section goes from.
Call the Sheraton and see if you can extend it one day.
Okay,
Well, it says closing session and dessert reception.
Yep, and then there's, sometimes Maya will do a reception.
You know, I never got a Sheridan confirmation. I usually get a Sheridan.
I think that was all of that. I don't know.
Can you get a copy of that for us? Cause I usually, normally they email me a confirmation.
Yeah, I think she did.
I didn't get
I
one.
she probably did.
She might put it in my town email and I can't get access to my,
If you have problems with
I don't know, I go off and on all the time. It's been like 6 months or more.
Hey, and so Tim, you said you have to sign up for Friday and dinner, but I don't think anyone else is.
Trevor is.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I was just talking about, because I mean, the alternative would be to cancel it, but yeah.
I don't
One thing
see-
I looked at was it's difficult for a large group to get a reservation together.
Yeah,
So,
well, that's the thing, I mean.
We-
That's why we weren't sure whether. everybody was gonna do
Somebody
it.
brought that up as, in the meeting I had, the MMA meeting I had, that because this is a post-COVID issue, is that, they don't like to make reservations for like anything more than 6 or 8 people. And we always before used to go in a group of like 10 or 12. Well, it would be whatever select board, like if Hatfield was going and Sunderland and Whately could go, then we would all go out to dinner together because it was an opportunity to talk about stuff. I mean, that's how we got SCEMS going and all that. I mean, we do talk business about what we can do to, we talk about the school budget, we talk
well,
about stuff.
for example, one place that we looked at, if you have more than 8 people, they have a minimum price of like $1,400,
Really?
not including alcohol.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I said, well, no, that ain't happening.
No. That's so not happening.
Yeah.
And then, figuring out if you're feeding yourself and you have other family members with you, you got to get a separate bill for just the food and the non-alcoholic beverages, so you can turn it into the town. So are we done, basically?
I think so,
Yeah.
except we were just, when we get down there, we can decide how we're gonna do the trade show, I guess. But we should be targeting the trade show,
Mhm.
specific things. I mean, other than Lisa,
Yeah,
At the-
I have, there's some
and
things I
Sean
want to check
Cronin.
out, just things for financial questions I have.
Tim,
So-
because you're the library point person, you might want to take the opportunity to go to the library commissioner's booth.
Yeah,
And you can talk to them on any issues that you have questions of and just meet the people, personally.
Did you see a confirmation somewhere on the hotel? Because I did not see one.
see what?
A confirmation on the hotel?
I got mine.
I did not see mine. Was it
I
from Pat?
asked Pat to send yours, she.
Yeah.
probably-
We're almost done.
Carolyn has been having trouble with her email.
So we're good now.
Oh, yeah, it's recorded, but it's okay.
Oh,
Oh.
No, she didn't see it.
you can't hit off, let it off. Let it right now. That's why she said. but,
That's what I'm saying, these are 10 zillion. Chris is gonna send it to all of your emails. These
Oh.
are All the trade show participants, that's what.
But that's why it's important to be semi-organized. But like Tim can go to the library commissioners. Trevor and I, we went to I don't even remember which one it was a HUD. So we can. It wasn't the HUD, it was the state housing one. But you should go through that list.
Yeah, well,
There's a lot.
that's the thing, I put up the list, but I don't necessarily know who they are. We've done 2, I wanna stop and see mass development, and then Department of Revenue on the DLE.
Carolyn, to go to the mass housing partnership.
You know what, maybe I can maybe I should have a photocopy of that. And then we should take a couple minutes to go through that real
Okay.
quick.
Okay, so.
Yeah.
Because I think it's worth it.
I think it is too.
Otherwise, it's not organized enough. Yeah, we have to focus. So it's more important to be organized.
Yeah, I don't wanna waste my time going and thinking about. what could be useful.
No, I mean, some people just randomly walk around, but that has never been a productive use of our time. We go with specific questions. Who do we want to meet? Who do we want to get issues discussed? That kind of thing. Okay. No, I don't, Unless you have questions for anything. Okay, this is an MMA conference. Okay.
He's talking to a robot.
Yes.
What is it called?
No, I mean, it's one of those, voice activated.
Oh, he's trying to get his Sheridan reservations straightened out. Cause he's not booked for Saturday, so he has to check out of his hotel room at 10 o'clock in the morning.
What is it?
Well, he's trying to now.
Well, most people book through Saturday night, because the stuff is still going on all day Saturday. So why would you check out Saturday morning? What are you gonna do with your suitcase? What are you gonna do with all your stuff?
Well, there's.
I know. We just go down just even on Thursday night so we can register and get settled in, because you start at 7 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. On Fridays. I mean, I'm not driving down and being ready to go for 7 o'clock. Okay, I don't see anything on the first page. Um,
I don't see anything about the library.
just a second. Let me, maybe the library isn't coming. I don't see anything on the second page. Per se. We might want to see Foss and O'Neill.
Oh, there's the library commissioners, yeah. MBLC.
On page 5, there's Foss and O'Neill engineering. We might, I don't know if Tim or Trevor want to talk to somebody about engineering. I don't know if Foss and O'Neill, if someone wants to talk about engineering firms, because one of the things that we did, I don't know, a handful of years ago is interview some of the, we went to all the engineering booths and we crossed out the ones we felt uncomfortable with and that felt like we're just giving us, bag, canned responses. And then we came up with 3 different ones that were halfway decent.
Who is Fuss and O'Neill?
That's an engineering firm. They do environmental stuff. Okay, so Tim is gonna see the Massachusetts Board of Library Commissioners. Do we have any issues we want to bring up with the Cannabis Control Commission?
They are supposed to promulgate regulations by next November, I think. Based on the new legislation.
Do we want to
There's
stop
really not a
in?
lot to add.
Do we all want to stop in individually and say, we're just really disappointed that,
We do that.
you're, okay. So let's star that for all of us. Because if they get feedback that everybody is,
little
mad about the host agreement. Casey, if you could, give us a bullet, one or 2 bullets for, all of us.
What's gonna be effective.
Yeah. If you could come up with 1 or 2 bullets, then each of us will stop by at the Cannabis Commission
Yeah.
and say, look, this is a problem. Your host agreement, you're eliminating the host agreement money, whatever. Okay, impact fees, however you want to say it. If you could give us a couple bullets, then all of us will do that.
Okay.
Does anyone want to stop at the Cultural Council or the Cultural, Council? The Cultural Council, sometimes we go to the Cultural Council and sometimes we go to the Council of the Aging. What's his face isn't there anymore. He retired.
Oh,
So-
yeah, Emmett. Actually, I talked to one of them, I can't remember his name, but they have two people covering what Emma used to do.
How about, Department of Energy?
That's probably Green Communities Division, that's a access point for a lot of green grants, but that's something that usually the energy resources committee handles. But it doesn't hurt to stop and get whatever they have for information.
DEP, and then there's the Department of Housing and Community
Yeah, I was
Development.
just thinking,
Now, Housing and Community Development, that's the one that Trevor and I went to and talked to the lady, and then she ended up being willing to do a pilot between the library grant and, you know, housing issues and all kinds of stuff. But, you know, that was pre-COVID. So, you might, Denise, that would be one you would want to see.
if you're going to the housing program, do you think it would be useful if you stopped it with the housing and community development?
No, I'm not
Or maybe
going,
the two of you.
no, I'm not doing the housing one. Kim is doing the housing one.
Oh,
Did you get it sorted out?
Phone tree, so I'm gonna call them back in a minute, but I'm in for 2 nights, but they didn't have any other rooms for that Saturday night, so I'll have to call the front desk and see what they can do. If not, I'll just head home. It's not a big deal. I don't mind.
yep,
I don't mind heading out that night. I just
Well,
wanna
I'll
stop.
tell you what, you're gonna have to check out in the morning and then haul your stuff all around. If you want to, we can keep it in our room or.
Yeah, I'll see. If not,
Or
Yeah.
somewhere. for you
They
to
usually
work.
will put it, check
Yeah.
your bag.
put it inside or something.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that's okay. So,
Well, we got to the Massachusetts part. Tim is definitely gonna go to the library commissioners,
okay,
but, we got down to the housing and community development.
I'm gonna see Mead, Tollerman and Costa.
yeah, I'm stopping in there.
I'll ask them and get a foam ball or something.
Yeah, we're gonna stop at DLR.
Oh, good. Yep.
I think that's
So
where.
join you too.
Sean Cole-
Yeah.
Okay, so let's all go together and you deal with all of Deerfield's stuff together, okay,
We
Denise?
gotta thank him for grants.
Yeah,
Yes.
you
Give
got
him several grants.
Yep. Definitely.
Which one is that?
Department of Local Revenue and Division of Local Services. That's where Lisa is, and that's that we need to reach for the waiver.
Yep.
And that's where Sean Cronin, more or less, sometimes he shows up too. He's the head guy. He's been around a long time.
I bet you he's gonna be in the opening session. Not speaking, but he's usually.
Yeah, he's usually there.
What do we think this, or does somebody know the Northeast Document Conservation Center is?
Ooh, that sounds interesting for all of our stuff over next door.
Yeah, that's
That's
what
a
I'm talking
great
about.
idea.
I don't know what it is, but
Yeah, let's check that out. That's a good idea, Tim.
Sort of the operational services division, because they have a bunch of new contracts and I found out, Denise and I were talking about it earlier, I found out that they have a contract for records, electronic record scanning and stuff.
Yeah.
So
what is that one?
Oh,
operational services division, they handle all the state contracts, they publish.
Yeah, no, but I
So
just,
I'm gonna stop there. I want to.
Okay, I think- I think all of us need to go to the Massachusetts Office of State Auditor Division of Local Mandate booth
mm-hmm.
and say, what are you doing with Suzanne Bump's
Yeah.
report as a follow-up? Okay,
Mhm. The new auditor.
the new auditor?
Yeah, Melissa Hoffer.
Okay.
No, Melissa Hoffer is the new climate change person. No, we're hoping,
Yeah,
we want to go to EEOA. This is where, I don't know where they've broken out DEP, energy resources. I mean, they've broken out all EEOA stuff, and it doesn't seem like she has, I mean, she's brand new. So it's Melissa Hoffer is the Hampshire graduate,
right.
and we need to somehow
Yes.
reach out to her if we have the opportunity in one of these booths, like the Energy Committee, I mean, the Department of Energy, because you're gonna go to the Green Communities, right?
We're not sorry.
You're gonna go to the Department of Energy Resources Green Communities Division booth. Because you're gonna check
On page 6.
on page 6, you were gonna check on our energy grant, right?
It's in,
Yeah.
Yeah, the green team.
Okay, so when you're there, you can ask, how do we get in touch with Melissa Hoffer and invite her out to do a campus visit? And she's so new that she might not have a set schedule yet, so we need to get our invitation into her right away.
Right. I've got a feeling she's gonna get.
Well, and she's really perfect. Now, the other lady, Rebecca, she's the new EEOA secretary. She's really she's really good. And so, it's TEPPER, Rebecca. She's the new, she worked in the, she was assistant attorney general for environmental issues. So she's very sharp. But she's a lot of common sense. So again, if you have the opportunity and you're in one of those EEOA booths, because EEOA has all these divisions under it, like DEP, Department of Ag, they're all energy, all those. So if you're at one of the booths that fall under Rebecca's secretariat, then what you want to do is say, we would really love Rebecca to come out and visit us. We're a model. Okay.
Sorry, what's your last name again?
Pepper,
TEPPER.
TEPPER. And she was working she was an assistant attorney general, so she has a really good, close relationship with Maura Healy. So, and she was one of the first appointments for Maura Healy. So I think if we can get either her or Melissa Hoffer out here,
Yeah.
it's gonna be a huge bonus for us. Okay. So we're all gonna try to do this, state auditors, and all of us, the soundbite is, what are you gonna do to follow up from Suzanne Bump's report? Okay, that is what we want to know, because in her report, she said Western Mass infrastructure was falling apart. And our senior center, our 1888 building, was highlighted with pictures throughout the whole report. We are the poster child.
Well, yeah, that's the thing, it's where that's having that conversation with Roxanne, because this woman is on her.
Committee, the new
Yeah,
committee.
I'm sorry, Roxanne's on her committee.
Yes, and that's why it's important, we gotta go to the WeMo lunch, because she's on the board of WeMo. We've got to sit with them and we got to beat on them so that she reports that to that committee.
Right.
Because Roxanne doesn't participate in a lot of different stuff, so I don't run into her very much. So we need to sit down and have lunch and,
Yeah.
so that's our focus. If you see where she's sitting, we go sit at that table, okay? Because it's not assigned seating.
Yeah.
So you gotta get there early, and we gotta focus in on Danny and Roxanne and where they're sitting. You and I gotta sit, okay? That sounds terrible, but that's really what you gotta do.
Anything else?
I don't see, no. Is there anything else?
The only thing I was gonna check on is, if there's any vendors for, online building permit software.
Permit Eyes is the best. Chickabee's been using Permit Eyes for like 5 years. They've had wonderful success. It's both building inspector, public health
Mhm.
inspections, and their annual fees are the lowest.
Okay,
So it's Permit Eyes.
okay,
If you can check that out.
yeah.
Okay.
If they're there, or
I don't,
we'll just look it out online anyways. They may not be,
I've heard conflicting.
yeah.
things
Sometimes the
about-
lowest is not good either, but. they
no,
may be.
no, well,
They may be.
I think we need to take a road trip down
Yeah,
to
see what they.
Chicopee if you were concerned. I don't want to invest in something that has really high
Right.
fees.
Yeah, we just.
And the
need something to really do.
two permit systems we already bought.
Right,
went out of business.
Oh, God.
No way.
Yeah.
We bought one through Bernie Kubiak
I was thinking-
and that didn't even get off the ground.
Really?
We never even got it installed before they went out of business. And then the second one we got was Casey was involved in that one and before she left and never,
They went out too.
they went out too. So we've been burned twice.
Yep.
I'm,
Just want to get Amy something because it just seems,
yeah, but she should not be picking it. We need to pick it.
no, agreed. But get some
We need
advice of
to
people that are
follow.
using it. Yeah.
That's why I want us to do a road trip. I
Yep.
don't care if you don't like it, then we'll just keep looking, but
Right.
I've heard good things from Chicopee.
Okay.
On how
Yep.
they've been using it for both departments,
Okay.
plus fees, annual fees
Yeah.
are reasonable.
How they did such a wonderful job on 5 and 10. Planning
Very
it,
fun.
putting everything, pulling back up.
Sure. We're gonna see them on the 20.
We're gonna see them on the 23rd, but.
Yeah. 23rd,
Might be
right? Just make sure
used
that
to-
happens. Yeah, we can
just
pop in.
wave to Deerfield.
Yeah.
A little, go on.
I think it's important
Okay.
to talk to them because we want to get this sorted out on the comments sorted
Mhm.
out, okay? So if they
We're doing
hear our complaints, and we also have 5 and 10 by Bittersweet,
Mhm.
that we need an open bottom culvert there.
Yeah.
That's not
They plan
working.
that. Yeah.
So, oh, yes,
Yeah, yeah.
but what I'm saying is if their booth hears about our comments, we appreciate the fact that they're trying to work with us, but we really need an open bottom culvert. Can you make sure that this gets on their work plan?
Mhm.
That, I'm not saying give
Right.
Region Two a hard
Right,
time, but
right.
say,
No, no.
we appreciate what
Yeah,
Region
they've been
Two is
doing
doing.
doing a good job.
And then this is why we need to finish our common work. We can't get complete streets money until they turn us the, you know.
That's gonna be a conversation next week because we have that. meeting
Right,
next week.
But what you do is say they're starting to work with us. We have been ineligible for complete streets because they own they own through the middle of town. So we can't get anything, we're not eligible. So Region Two is starting to work with us and we want to encourage it.
Mhm.
I thought, okay, maybe I misunderstood. I thought that if we took over Park Street and part of that, if they turned that over, where we don't have to do any infrastructure and that we could then be eligible. For complete streets.
Yes, that is true.
Okay,
But
so.
it's a huge process. It's
No,
a
no.
huge process. It's a huge process to turn over state highway to a town. And we don't want to accept too much because the infrastructure is from the 40s and 50s.
Yeah, we're concerned about what the cost.
Well, yeah, yeah, I mean, Kevin had.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Kevin
Yeah,
has
sinkholes,
pointed out some multiple issues.
Yeah. Butter them up. Bring them some sticky buns.
Hey, it works, Trevor.
I'm not, I completely agree.
Okay,
Works for me.
I make a motion.
Works on me.
Um,
Sure.
okay.
Anything else?
What time do you want us to post a meeting on Saturday?
I
don't know that you guys have a lot of time.
I'm not sure because we have,
You mean
both
for
Friday
us
and
down there?
Saturday.
No.
Maybe
it's
we
not.
need to have it Sunday morning. Although you might not be there.
Yeah. we might not be.
Just post it for Saturday.
Just post it for
Pick
Saturday.
a time. No one's coming. So. it's-
It sounds like,
I travel to Boston.
it sounds like this 8:30
Yeah,
is 7:30 to 8:30.
yeah, I would do the 7:30 to 8:30.
And then also, 8:30 to 9:30.
Post it all day.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we
Just
started.
Post it all day. No one's.
Well,
coming.
we're gonna be together for breakfast at 7:30 and then Trevor has to go to the MSA meeting, but the rest of us are free, so
we're not-
maybe.
We're
we-
not doing business, right? We're attending a thing.
I
So.
thought you guys wanted to talk about budget.
Oh,
because
I see.
we
what you-
usually.
Yeah, yeah.
Saturday morning.
If we have it,
budgets.
I know.
We talk, well, no, we
Yeah.
talk about priorities,
Yeah, okay,
what we want to do.
that's fair enough. Yeah, 7:30 then,
Okay,
to 10, just to cover us.
okay.
And maybe we have a couple minutes to go over those. You know, you gave us the preliminary budgets.
Mhm.
All we have to do is decide what our priorities are and
Well,
how we're gonna.
I'm gonna see if we can get those printed up for you, all of them, so you can look at them.
Okay,
There's stuff that I need to be paying attention to in those budgets, so.
Yeah.
And maybe things that Brenda and I have talked about that I could bring to your attention, but
Do you have any indication of what the schools might be coming back with?
I talked to Darius. It's gonna be rough. I mean, he doesn't have anything yet, but just the steps and COLA alone are 3% for just the teachers.
that's just.
That's providing, that's not even getting to IAs or any of the other stuff that needs to happen. So they're gonna work hard on that. They have a budget, they have a meeting on Thursday night. They have a first, look at meeting, so. we
The
called
problem,
today to
the
talk about
problem is 70% of our budget.
it. Mhm.
being
It's gonna be a rough year.
appropriated. It's gonna be wicked hard to get.
He said the other towns are in just about a shape. It's really,
I know.
it's gonna be a hard year.
Maybe a hard budget season.
Mhm.
It's reading the frontier and how they need. I thought they always talked about doing the HVAC system, they put a new boiler.
The boilers are shot.
Yeah.
They're putting in new boilers. Three small ones instead of two giant ones.
Can
Yeah.
we-
Yeah,
Wrap
I made a motion to adjourn.
I'll second it.
Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Tim Hilchi, aye.
Trevor McDaniel, aye.
Carolyn Ness, aye.
Great. Thank you all very
Thank you.
much. Get to run back to work.